Alright, completing the square. Remember, completing the square, we take the b value, we divide it by 2 and square it so that we can turn any quadratic into like x plus 2 squared. Alright, that's completing the square, and the biggest reason for completing the square is putting something in vertex form. So here we go. For number 43, your b value is -6. It's what's multiplying x. So -6 divided by 2 squared. -6 divided by 2 is -3. -3 squared is +9. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do y plus 9 equals x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 3. Okay? And now this is what we're going to factor. And remember, we did it on both sides. We did it on the right side, A, to make the perfect square. We did it on the left side, again, just to balance the equation, because whatever you do on one side, you got to do to the other. Alright, you got to do it on both sides. So, I'm going to factor this guy. So that's x minus 3 and x minus 3. Because -3 times -3 is +9. -3 minus 3 is -6. Okay, you can go back and look at that if you want. And I'm going to go ahead and subtract this 9 over. So that's y, 3 minus 9 is -6. And the last thing I'm going to do is combine my x minus 3's. And that's your vertex form. Okay? Completing the square is a mathematical trick to put something in a different form, in a more useful form. Because standard form is standard form, but it's not always the most useful form. Alright, 44 is the same idea. If you feel comfortable, give it a shot. But I'm going to go do it real quick. Your b value is what's in front of x, not what's in front of x squared, so your b value is -10. Pardon me. -10 divided by 2 squared. So it's -5 squared is +25. So we're going to go y plus 25 equals x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus 32. And again, we put it on the right to make the perfect square, and we put it on the left to keep the equation balanced. Because whatever you do on one side, you do to the other. Alright, we'll factor that new quadratic. So I got x minus 5 and x minus 5. If you don't get the same thing twice, you completed the square wrong. You should always get the same thing twice. And then I'll go ahead and subtract that -25. So y equals 25. That's +7. So y equals x minus 5 squared plus 7. Done. Try number 45. Alright, here we go. Number 45. 12 divided by 2 squared. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So I'm going to go y plus 36 equals x. 12x plus 36 plus 31. Once on the right side, I'm going to put it right here and right there. Once on the right side for that, once on the left side to keep it balanced. And then I'll subtract it over. So that's y equals x plus 6 times x plus 6 minus 5. So y equals x plus 6 squared minus 5. And, you know, if they ask you to take this one step further and say, hey, what's the vertex? Well, the vertex is at -6, -6, -5. Remember, it's whatever's inside flipped, whatever's outside, always over there. That's vertex. Why we call it vertex form. Alright, enough.